DJIJ speaker guy, welcome to a new video. You'll notice I have some pretty big speakers in front of me today. Me and some family and friends are part of a live band, and we've been looking for some PAs. We decided to grab some. These particular ones are Harbinger PA speakers, which is the house brand of Guitar Center for PA speakers and mixers and that kind of stuff. These are their top-of-the-line 12-inch powered speakers, the 4400 series, V4412 at the bottom of the box right there, V4412. These claim 130 decibel max volume. We'll probably never turn them up that loud. We like the amount of bass that these put out for their size and for their price. These will run you about $500 per speaker. Let's see here. These have got the peak or polyether ether ketone tweeter, which is supposed to improve high frequencies over a standard titanium or aluminum diaphragm that most PAs use. You've got pretty good EQ and DSP stuff. You can control them with an app. Not sure if I will or won't do that. These are claiming 35 hertz to 22 kilohertz, which is pretty impressive for a 12-inch PA. They're claiming 450 watts RMS for the woofer, 225 for the tweeter, and a 2500 watt peak. Got bass and treble knobs for easy customization. You've got a mix out to share sound with other sound systems or connect a subwoofer. Link in and out. You can connect a pair for stereo sound. They do have a 15-inch model, but we actually did a head-to-head comparison and like this one better, especially in the highs. And the bass wasn't that much different, as much as you'd think, between the 12 and the 15. Then they have a 12-inch and 18-inch subwoofer in the line. This thing weighs about 41 pounds, and the dimensions are 14.2 inches deep and wide, 24.1 inches tall. It looks like there's a QR code on the top of the box to scan to get the app for the speaker, although I'm sure it's probably available on the App Store as well. We've got an owner's manual. I'll read through this later. And here you go. First thing out of the box, just standard issue Edison to IEC 3-prong cable. We've got big block of foam, which is already shedding white stuff on the floor. And you can see the shape of the top of the speaker on the bottom of that piece of foam. See, it's got like an angle on one side for the monitor. Got some nice thick cardboard surrounding our speaker, and a plastic bag to prevent from moisture getting in. Let's grab this and set it on the ground. I will add that we bought these with our own money, so this is an unbiased review of this product. You can kind of see the high frequency grill in there, kind of back there in a waveguide. You can kind of see where the woofer is, edge of the dust cap, edge of the surround, 12-inch woofer. Down here it's kind of harder to see, but there's a triangular shaped port on each corner in these. These grills are pretty sturdy feeling. I mean, there's a reason why they've got a point here and they're kind of concave here. A lot of speakers have done this. It just makes it that much more rigid and hard to dent. Microphones have done a similar thing. Like for instance, this one from Sennheiser, where they've got an edge here, which makes it a lot harder to dent than the rounded ones like the old SM58s. Although I know those can also take a beating. Then we've got some mesh underneath there. I've heard the mesh with the base ports can be a little bit of a problem at high volume, at least with the 15-inch model. Not sure if the 12-inch moves enough air for that to be an issue. And here's the speaker on its side in its so-called wedge monitor configuration for up on stage to so the musicians can hear themselves. You'll notice on the back that the power input is on the top in this configuration and not back there, which is nice, and it's not something you see in every speaker because it's down there. That can cause problem with your cords. It's up here, a lot less of a problem. And here's the pole mount. You can see we do have a set screw, which is something that not every speaker comes with. I've heard some reviews on the JBL Eon 700 series that say these do not come with a set screw. This is right now very stiffly tightened onto there. There we go. That comes out and goes in, and you can secure it to a pole, which is a feature that pretty much I think every PA should have. Alright, so I've got one of the speakers on. Another feature with this is you can hook it up via Bluetooth to another device. I've got it hooked up to my tablet. I'm going to play around with some of the voicing features on this speaker. You can change it for some different applications. Keep in mind this is facing the wall, which is why it sounds muffled. You have standard, club, live band, speech, acoustic guitar and vocals, floor monitor, which is like if you place it on that, have it facing up so the musicians can hear themselves. Then some custom ones, which I guess you can probably control with the app. Then you got extra bass and treble knobs, treble. Hear that, and now you don't. Alright, so we got these set up in stereo now. Bass and treble are at 0. The levels are matched between the two speakers. Have them plugged into mixer right there, which is plugged into my tablet. And let's play some copyright-free music samples just to get an idea of the sound that these are putting out.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for relax. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Thailand. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight.
I think these did pretty well with a variety of musical genres, and I may make another video maybe when I can get these to a place where I can turn them up, of how these handle at a higher volume level, how they limit and all that. I don't think we'll be putting 130 decibels through these at any point, so but for those of you DJs who might, that would be a interesting thing to watch out for. For this portion, I'll be using a Sennheiser microphone, E835, hooked up directly into the mixer, no EQ adjustments on the channel, with a low cut on. And this is my raw voice. And this is my voice through the Harbinger 4400 series 12-inch speakers. And this is my raw voice through the iPhone microphone. And here's my voice through the Sennheiser mic and the Harbinger speakers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit sharp on the top end, although that might be more the fault of the microphone. We like a microphone with a lot of top end, just because we're moving around and they sound good off to the side a little bit more. I think these are pretty nice speakers for what we're using them for. I mean, we will have pre-recorded drum tracks, we'll have keyboards, vocals. I play bass guitar, and we have some ukuleles too. It sounds like a ukulele. Keep in mind I am using a mic in front of some speakers, so there are some limitations. So that's what I think of these speakers. One other feature you can do is you can hook up one of them with Bluetooth, then just hook one single mic cable between the speakers and have them play in stereo. And I will say Harbinger in the past has been known for some not quite as good products, but these 4000 series are a big step up for the company. And I guess technically the company is Guitar Center we're talking about. But the Harbinger line of products in general. I remember back in 2015 when I bought those KRK monitors when I looked at the PAs there. That was back when Harbinger had the 2100 series from the VARI Live, is what they called them still back then. And that was back in the day when the design trend was to have an exposed high-frequency horn and port on the bottom and just have a grill over the woofer. And those sounded terrible. We preferred pretty much every speaker over those. The brand has definitely taken some steps forward in their quality. So I hope you like this video reviewing the Harbinger V4412 VARI Live Series Peak Performance PA loudspeakers. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.